I have a girlfriend. Somebody says, you don't have a girlfriend, Andrew. What the hell are you talking about? Okay, this is a story from many years ago. And she's relatively normal. Somebody says, no, Andrew. Anybody who would want to date you is not normal. Okay, she's normal in comparison to me. And I was having a conversation with her. And she said, I talked about you to my therapist. I talked about you to my therapist. She told me how she mentioned what we do together to her social worker. And I'm afraid I'm self-conscious. The social worker told her, to avoid him like the plague, to avoid me like the plague. But realize this is insecurity, this is self-consciousness. Most likely the social worker said, oh, I feel bad for him. He's not a bad guy. Most likely she said, he's a sweetheart, I don't think I do anything that's that weird and peculiar. I feel like I'm this monster. I feel like I'm this freak. And I feel like the therapist is saying to my girlfriend, break up with him, move on from him, he's a freak. But, the therapist is probably not saying, avoid him like the plague, avoid him like the plague, move on from him, you could do so much better. But that's my fear, that's what I'm afraid of. My girlfriend said, I talked about you in therapy. And I'm afraid the therapist said, avoid him like the plague. Break up with him, move on from him. Avoid him like the plague. Avoid him like the plague. You could do so much better than this 37-year-old disabled man-child freak. You could do so much better than this schizoaffective, mentally ill loser. My girlfriend said, I talked about you in therapy. And I'm afraid the therapist said, avoid him like the plague. Avoid him like the plague. Move on from him, break up with him. Avoid him like the plague. Avoid him like the plague. You could do so much better.